hard to think about snow today when we are seeing these incredibly high spring temperatures. But 10 years ago this week, Delmarva saw a triple punch of winter weather like we've never seen before.
Yeah, Paul, I grew up in Delmarva right here in Sussex County, and I lived through those storms. So here in part one of my look back at Snowmageddon, I went and talked with Delaware State climatologists and the meteorologists at the National Weather Service who helped us relive just a little bit about that historic winter blast. That was a scene that Delmarva saw not once, not twice, but 3 times during a 2-week stretch from January 28th through February 11th.
Right at the end of January, we had the first of really 3 events that came through. Many of them similar. The first 2 events, well, the first one was a storm that came up out of the Gulf, dropped a significant amount of snow, but not a huge amount of snow across the state. But then, of course, the big one that everybody remembers as Snowmageddon was the February 5th and 6th storm.
The third snowstorm occurred just 3 days later on February 9th. We're here at the National Weather Service office in Mount Holly, New Jersey. This Weather Service office is in charge of issuing all the watches and warnings for Sussex County, Delaware. During that 2-week stretch in 2010, the National Weather Service office in Mount Holly issued 2 blizzard warnings and a winter storm warning for Sussex County. Further south, blizzard and winter storm warnings were also issued in Wycomico, Dorchester, Worcester, and Somerset counties in Maryland by the Forecast Office in Wakefield, Virginia. A winter storm warning is issued when significant snow or ice is expected or is impacting the region. A blizzard warning, on the other hand, has a strict definition where there must be winds or wind gusts of 35 miles per hour or higher with visibility at least a quarter mile or less as a result of falling or blowing snow for at least 3 hours.
The issue with all those storms were they all produced, many of them produced copious amounts of snow along with wind and a strong onshore flow which produced tidal flooding in some cases.
It is rare for Delmarva to see 1 blizzard in a winter, but 2010 featured 2 in just 5 days.
It almost seemed like endless.
The snow fell and continued to pile up higher and higher with each successive storm. In Lewis, over 9 inches of snow fell on January 30th, with over 20 inches of snow falling on February 5th and 6th, and finally an additional 9 inches of snow falling on February 9th and 10th. Before all was said and done, parts of Delmarva saw over 40 inches of snow and set new state records for snow.
Greenwood is actually the one that had the highest 2-day event. That was back in, actually it was the February, the co-op station at Greenwood reported 29 inches in 2 days.
And with all blizzards, it wasn't just the snow that was memorable, it was also the wind.
Anywhere between 60 and 65 miles per hour, stronger along the coast.
The combination of heavy snow and strong winds caused significant disruptions to life here on Delmarva. Residents were trapped, schools and businesses closed for days, and we saw numerous power outages, roof collapses, and fires as a result. Well, Paul, I stayed up the night of the second storm, hoping to catch a little bit of some thunder snow. I've never heard it before, and I ended up catching what I thought was thunder snow, but it turned out to be a transformer that actually blew from all that wind and snow.
Well, you know, something like a thunder snow would definitely be a scary scenario, and some people have fear of snow, others have fear of thunderstorms, and so a lot of folks, you don't realize they have that severe weather fears or a diagnosed phobia that can really cause some anxiety, which I know is going to be a part of your next report.
Yeah, definitely will. So tomorrow night in part 2, Paul, we'll be talking about how Snowmageddon changed some people's lives forever.